Hello, it's Jillian here from Chi Lifestyle. Okay, so I hope most of you are trying to deal with obviously the virus, and I know most of us are all on lockdown at the moment, and I suppose that can be quite scary, especially if you're someone who's alone during this time. I suppose it could feel very, very lonely, especially seeing everyone else who are all coupled up, and everyone's got their partners or loved ones near them, and you are generally alone. So if you are, I ask you to, just somehow reach out to people. I mean, obviously you can't go visit people, but find a way, whether you try your own channels, or ask friends to meet you for a FaceTime coffee date or a FaceTime wine date. Those are all quite important to do during this time. Okay, so don't get too upset, and definitely try not to think too much about it. Rather spend this time clearing out any cobwebs in your mind, any exes, any situations that no longer serve you. Okay, today's reading is all about your situationship. So this is either with someone who is single but either dating someone. So it could be casual. You might not know. It could be an ex, but it's ended, but there's still kind of like a thing there, or you're not really too sure if it's still going, or if it's where is it going. So this is not generally, well, I suppose it could be for couples who are partnered up. If you are maybe worried about your relationship in any which way. But yes, I mean, most of this is for people who have either, as I said, either broken up with someone, but your situation hasn't completely ended. So like you might be just separated at the moment and you're not really too sure. Or like I say, you've just met someone, or you've been dating someone, but you're not really too sure where it's going. And just a little bit of advice for the and not only ladies, I'm sure there's men out there, but there's a very, very good book that a friend told me to read, and it doesn't pertain to every relationship and in every situation, but it's written by a guy, and it is called He's Not Just That Into You. And there's a lot of good advice there, ladies, and gentlemen. I mean, like I say, I don't know if it works the same way, because women are generally quite upfront, but you never know. And yeah, it does give you a lot of advice and things for you to go and look up. So, for example, if you're dating someone and it's been a couple of weeks, month or so, and they're not committing, their Facebook status still says they're single, they seem to be still distracted, and they're not giving you time, then I hate to tell you, he's actually just not that into you. And the more you just make his life easier, the more comfortable he will just sit being in that situation. When a man wants something, he rushes right in. And if you are just making his life too easy, men are lazy. They'll just kind of take it up. Sex is sex. I mean, I know that sounds really hurtful and nasty, but unfortunately it's very different from men to women. For us it's emotional. To them it's just sex. They will literally have sex with anything, anyone. You don't have to be pretty, you don't have to be ugly. It's just sex. Okay, so just a little bit of advice out there before we come into the readings is, before you get yourself entangled in a situationship where, if you're happy with it, then go with it. By all means, please, I'm not telling you guys how to live or what to do. But if you're not happy with it, or if you are concerned, then obviously here's the reading that will help you, maybe tell you where it's going, or what's going to happen with this person. Well, at least this is not going to tell you what's going to happen, but at least give you an idea as to where their mind is. So that might be able to help you maybe assess the situation and decide, should you hang around and give this person more time, or should you actually just wash your hands and walk away to find someone who will give you the time that you deserve? Each and every single one of us deserve a commitment in some way or form. Unless you don't want one, then by all means, enjoy. If you do want a commitment and a guy's not willing, or a woman's not willing to commit, give yourself a time frame and say, right, if they don't commit by X amount of time, boom, I'm out of here. We're now in this virus phase where, as I said, most countries are now on lockdown. Most of us have to stay at home. This is a very good time to sit with yourself. And if you are accepting less than what you deserve, this is a very good time to figure out why. Why is your self-esteem so low that you're going to allow anyone to give you less than you really and truly do deserve? Okay, so our piles are so let's pick a pile today instead of pick a card. So we're going to have pile number 1, or deck. Pick a deck. Deck number 1, deck number 2, and deck number 3. Choose the deck that screams more to you right now. The one that you go, okay, that's the one that's going to give me the answers that I need right now. Please, this could really bring up a lot of emotions, so I do apologize if you're getting the answers that you don't want. I again apologize, but I really suggest to go get a book like that, because it just allows you to understand how a man's mind works, and what to avoid. You should never run after a man. Men love to be run after. You run after them, they're going to just use you and abuse you. Okay, really stand in your ground. Say to them, I want a commitment, and if you can't give it to me, I am leaving to find someone who can. Just my advice. Anyway, love you all. Please enjoy the reading. Hi, and welcome to those who have chosen deck number 1. Okay, so straight away I can see here that your situation in the past was just one where it was very burdensome. Okay, so either there was just a lot of stress, the situation just felt very stressful, or your person was just very stressed in the past, and so it really wasn't able to put a lot of effort or time or energy into the partnership. Okay, I feel like a lot of the wishes basically died, and somehow the partnership, I think, ended. Okay, or they just couldn't commit because they were just too stressed. Okay, so maybe they had taken on too much. They might have been dealing with work and other issues in their lives, and so their focus was definitely not on partnership or love. Okay, and in some way or another, there just wasn't some commitment, or that's at least why they just couldn't commit. They couldn't put any kind of thoughts or anything into the relationship because there was just other things going on. Okay, at the moment, I feel like there's a possibility of a reunion, or they're wanting a reunion with you. They want to celebrate and they want to offer a new start. They want to definitely have a new beginning in love, and they're just going to take some time to go within. Okay, so because of everything that's gone on, they know that that's what they want, but at the same time they're just needing some time out, and maybe that's exactly that. I mean, that's what they're going to be doing with this lockdown. They need some time just to really think about what it is they want, or what it is that they need to get rid of, and in order to bring about the love offer that obviously they want to offer you. Okay, but yes, definitely they're going to take a lot of time to think about how they're going to go about it, or think about everything that they want to do, think about what they wanting to bring to the relationship, and then they'll maybe once the the lockdown is over, then they'll come out. Okay. And then when they do come out, they're going to come out quite passionate. They're going to defend their ground. They're going to defend their position. They might come out and just try and explain their situation, explain what it is that they did or why they acted the way they did, because now they're ready. Okay, now they're ready to offer you what they want, and offer you what you actually do deserve. Okay, so you need to literally just give them time. Unfortunately, this is a time of patience, a time of meditation, a time of going within. Okay, but yes, they definitely do. They want someone who's nurturing. They want someone whom they can settle down with. They want someone who they can possibly have children with. Unfortunately, like I said, they're just needing a little bit of time out, which is exactly what this virus is done. Okay, there's been good and bad. Obviously, the bad being the sick and the dead, and the economy, obviously, but the good being the fact that each one of us, I think we all suffer with too many burdens in our life. We're trying to take on work, we're trying to take on projects, we're trying to build careers, look after kids, have social time, look after family. There's just lots going on, and this is just God saying, well, oops, I'm taking it all away. And it's forcing a lot of people to now sit there by themselves and go, okay, what do I want? How do I go about getting exactly what I want now? Okay, I've got some oracle cards for you, some advice. So the first card that's come out here, it says mirror, truth revealed. Okay, so this is also for you to go within. This is not just the time for others to go within, it's for you to go within. It's for you to look inside the mirror and say, I mean, you always think about the Snow White situation, mirror, mirror on the wall. Okay, but this is you standing in front of the mirror and going, okay, what is the truth in this situation? And zoning in, having that one-on-one with yourself, and just seeing exactly what it is that you need to see with the situation. Is this something that you really want? Is always a good question. Okay, and why do you want this person? Okay, and so many people go, well, because I love them. Okay, love is not a good enough reason to stay with someone. This is the time for you to actually make a list of what do you want, and does this person fit that list? Okay, so just putting this out there. You've also got signs. Okay, so during this time, maybe pray and ask for signs, because this is definitely a time where you will definitely get a lot of signs. Okay, and if you're not getting signs, it could be numbers. If you're starting to see a lot of numbers around you, write the numbers down. Look up the number sequences. Okay, because once again, there's a lot of truth that you need to tell yourself. Okay, you also need to clear your energy around this time. It says clear and shield your energy, because also when we are panicked because maybe you haven't heard from them, and like I said, you could get quite depressed, especially during this time when, again, you look around you and everyone's coupled up, and you just feel really alone and very crappy about your situation, because you're with someone or you're not with someone, or you want to be with someone, and they're not there for you right now. So clear your energy, shield your energy at this time, and so that you can really go within and hear the sounds from your angels. Okay, you've got the power card, so it's saying you've got the power in the situation. Okay, this person is going to come back. They are going to want a reunion. They are going to try and fight for a place back into your life. Okay, but they're saying that you have got the power to decide. You can decide, yes, I want to give this person another chance, or you can decide no. Okay, so this is definitely meaning that the ball's going to be in your court. Okay, and then you've got the blessings card, which it might just be count your blessings. Use this time to think about your blessings rather than any negative situation. It could also just be saying to you that this relationship will bring about a lot of more blessings. But again, I mean, if this was a relationship that ended, okay, then something that's very good to do when a relationship ends is just have a look at both sides. It's not all about what they did wrong. Sometimes it's about what we did wrong. Are we too needy? Are we too pushy? Did we not give them enough space? Did we give them enough space but they took advantage of me? Am I weak? Am I too demanding? Am I too jealous? All these things are things that you need to have a look at. Okay, so definitely spend this time having a good think about. Go within, look at your truth, look at the real truth of the situation, so when they do come out, you are ready to either give them an answer. You are ready to either give this relationship another chance and see what blessings may come, or you are going to decide not to, sorry about that, you're going to decide not to give this relationship another chance, and you're going to see what a blessing you actually are without them. Okay, I hope I've given you enough information, and we'll chat soon. Hello and welcome to those of you who have chosen deck number 2. Okay, so let's look at your situationship. Alright, okay, so this situation, okay, so the way I see it is the person that you're inquiring about, or the situation you're inquiring about, they are someone who were trying desperately to get away from a bad situation. Okay, so be it their heart was broken, they've had a relationship that failed, they just wanted to move forward, they wanted to be happier, they just were kind of forcing themselves to move on, if you kind of want to put it. They wanted to fill their cup up again. They were tired of the hurt and the pain. They were tired of the fighting. Whatever it was, they were tired of it, and all they desperately wanted was to fill up their cups. And so yes, that's how it felt. So when you guys met, it was very fun. It was full of celebration, probably a lot of happy times, a lot of partying, because this is what they wanted. Okay, the problem with the situation is that that's all that they were wanting. They didn't really deal with whatever has happened or the past. They were just like, I'm just not even going to look back, I'm just going to look forward, which unfortunately with that, it just means that, and I'm not saying this in a horrible way, and it's not everyone's situation, but that forces them into a rebound situation when they forcing themselves to want to be with someone new, but they haven't actually dealt with the past. Okay, I mean, moving on is good, and being with someone who wants to move on is good, but if they haven't dealt with what happened, or they haven't dealt with the past, it's going to cause a lot of frustrations and anger, and that's exactly what's happening here. Okay, because in the current situation, you got someone who is they're fighting, but they're fighting themselves. They're trying to just not think about it. They're just trying to find the strength just to carry it on. And I think that's where you're picking up on the situation. They're not giving you a commitment because they can't. You've got the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, which often talks about a third party situation, and it's not always the case, so please take whatever resonates. And it doesn't necessarily mean they're having an affair, or that there's another woman or man involved, but what it does mean is that maybe their heart is in third party, which means there's someone else in the situation. Okay, and I have a funny feeling that they might still be dealing with an ex, or there's someone here. There's someone, third party doesn't have to be another female or another male. Sorry, it doesn't have to be, but there's definitely people here that are stopping this situation from happening. Okay, they also are trying to run away though. So this is not just them, but the situation, meaning something is stopping the situation from moving forward. Okay, because you've got someone who desperately wants to have a family. They definitely want and dream about having wishes fulfilled, and they often think about having a happy home and having a happy family. They dream about it, they think about it, they want it, and they're trying so hard to have the strength, but something is tying them up. I mean, it's just their hands are tied. They just not able to do it. And I think it's because they try to run away. They literally just went, you know what, I'm getting in my boat and I'm going, and I'm not thinking about the consequences. I'm just focusing on fun and happiness and fun. And now, unfortunately, the conflict's coming up, the fighting's coming up. They're trying to avoid everything. As you can see, this is a woman, she's blindfolded. They're blinded to what is needed to go forward. They know what they want, they just don't know how to get there. And the problem being is that it could be because their heart is still with someone else. And this is not always the situation with this pile, so please take what resonates. I think, as a woman or as a man, I'm not necessarily just as a woman, but this is a time for you to sit down during this time. So if they're apart from you, allow them to go and have their time to sit and think, but you also need to take time to sit and think. And ask yourself some questions here, like, if you guys are dating, take a look at how long you've been dating. Are they taking you off the market? Are they putting you into a relationship, or are they just giving you all the excuses in the world? Again, if you didn't listen to my intro, do yourselves a favor, go and Google this, or if you can't, well, I'm sure you can get the book. If you can't, then I think there's a lot of sayings on this, and that is, he's just not that into you. It gives you a lot of signs and symptoms of if a guy is really wanting you. If a guy really wants you, he will fight for you. Okay, you should never ever be running after him. If he's giving you all the excuses in the world, believe you me, he is not there for you. So this is someone who I would turn around and say, look, I want a commitment, and I want it by X amount. You go off and you go and decide, but if you don't, I'm out of here. Because I don't see this, they got their heart and head in a bit of war here. They want a commitment, but they can't. For whatever reason, they are restricted and they are frozen. And it's for themselves. They've done it to themselves. This is an inner conflict that they're dealing with. They're trying very hard to fight it, but they're trying to find the strength. They're trying very hard, but it's not working. Okay, they can't find the teamwork. They can't find the energy to give you what you're needing from them right now. Okay, I'm not saying that this is never going to happen, but I mean, the future can be 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. How long are you willing to wait for this person? That's up to you. Okay, so let's look at some cards here for you. Okay, some oracle cards. Okay, so the first card that comes out is harmony. Okay, so I think you're needing a little bit of harmony in the situation. Your angels are saying to you, it's time for you to bring more harmony to your life. I think you've been a little bit knocked with this whole situation. You probably don't feel very harmonious at the moment anyway. And look, even balance. Maybe you need to bring some more balance to your life. Maybe you've been giving to this person so much that you've forgotten to give to yourself. And this lockdown is time for you to do exactly that. Give to yourself. Love yourself first in this situation, okay? Body care. Look after yourself. If you've been running after this person and you're not getting back what you deserve, then this is the time to do that. Say to yourself, I need to put harmony and balance and back into myself. I need to care for myself right now. Okay, this is the time for you. All right, retreat into nature. Now, once again, you might be on lockdown, but there's no reason why you can't go find a quiet place away from other people and just sit and think. Because again, how long do you want to wait for someone who is going to literally be up and down? How well do you know this person that you know that this is the right person for you? I mean, there's a lot for you to sit and think about. You've also got your direction and timing. Okay, so it could just be a matter of timing. You needing obviously some direction, or the angels telling you to take a new direction, which means go find someone else. Either which way, it's something that you need to sit and think about. This is the time for you to go within. Take a look at, just do yourself a favor, just go Google that he's not just that into you. Take a look at the signs. I'm not saying it's for every person. If you really want this person, you're going to have to wait it out, wait for them to deal with it. Maybe you need to tell them that they need to go within, and maybe they need to be honest about their past. If they are still holding on to someone, they need to go deal with that first, because it's not fair for you. No one wants to be in a relationship with someone else, and there being another person in the situation. If they want to have someone else, you shouldn't be in a situation. Then tell them they must go sort that out first, and then come back. But yes, I mean, again, like I say, they do want happy family, but it's like, again, they're just so restricted. So I really don't know, like I said, it just might be a matter of timing. How patient are you? How much do you want this, I suppose? Okay. So yeah, I think you need to retreat into nature, bring some balance and harmony back into your life, and wait it out. You might decide by the end of this, you know what, I'm done, I'm out of here. I hope I've given you something to think about over your lockdown period, and I'll chat to you soon. Hello and welcome to those of you who have chosen pile number 3, or deck number 3, should I say. Okay, let's look into your situation. Okay, so your situationship. The person you're thinking about, or the person you're talking about, the past, this seems like a relationship that might have ended a while back, and I might be wrong, so there might be 2 different scenarios here. Because we have someone who is wanting to create a new in their life, they're wanting to manifest new love, or they're wanting to manifest a renewed love with someone. Okay, if they have, for example, manifested a new love, and you guys have just started dating, then they currently dealing with a little bit of heartache. I just want to do some clarifiers as to why they've got this heartache. Because I mean, you've got someone who has started off, they wanted things to change, they wanted a career, okay. So to clarify those, we've got the 3 of air, which is the 3 of swords. We've got the 3 of swords twice. We've also got the devil card, and we've got the 4 of cups. Okay, so I'll get to that now. So again, this is someone who started off really excited. They wanted to change. They wanted a new opportunity for love. They've manifested, and I think they've basically, they've done all the manifesting work, should I say. So they've worked really hard at bringing in someone new into their life. Okay. And it brought about a new relationship started, or they, like I said, this is either someone from the past, or this is just someone you've started dating. Either which way, they've created this new. Okay, they've brought about this is either a relationship that's starting to have a new phase, or starting to get a little bit more serious, or things are changing very much in this relationship. Okay, or it was a new relationship that started. Okay, so take what resonates. Okay, and that was the past. But for some unknown reason, and that's why I'm thinking that this was someone who has broken up, this person's dealing with a lot of pain. So if this is someone that you've broken up with, because there's 3 of air and 3 of swords, and it's really about loss, regret. When it comes to the devil, and once again, you'll know this, the devil with 3 swords, it might have been a 3-party situation. Or this person had dependency problems, so it was either some kind of addictions that they were dealing with because of this heartache. So maybe they with the heartache on top of the heartache, it might have been that a previous relationship, so even if you guys have been dating for a long time, it's a previous or a past situation has just created more and more heartache with them. And then the devil there is because they need to try and run away from the heartache, and so they use different forms of addictions to get through. That addiction can end up being, codependency. It can end up being drugs, sex, porn, whatever it is. It's very unhealthy. It's not like someone who probably, for example, drinks here, there, and everywhere. This is not someone who watches the odd bit of porn or whatever. This is someone who really needs to run away. They really need to escape life. The intentions are really good. They want they're wanting good things. It's just this devil energy, whatever it is, this codependency, this addiction, this sexual attraction. Maybe that they're someone who has a lot of one night stands, or they've had a lot of one night stands. This is all a way of running away from whatever this heartache is. Okay, this is something they might have refused you in the past, because this is someone that's so depressed and so hurt. As you can see, they're so hurt that you offering your cup of love. Okay, so you offering it to them, and they're just looking down. They're totally ignoring you. And it's not on purpose. Again, they're needing escape from whatever this heartache is, from whatever this pain is that they've been dealing with. They're needing to escape from it. So that is why you've got the situation with them at the moment. Okay, maybe that's why they can't commit. They want to. They really do want love in their life, but they can't commit because either which way they're dealing with these energies, which is not positive. It's not very happy at all. Okay, they do see you as a very strong, independent woman, or obviously man, turn it accordingly. They do see you as their wish fulfillment. Okay, so this is not someone who doesn't have feelings for you, or this is not someone who doesn't want you. This is someone who really does. They just really and truly are in a bad space. Okay, they see you as someone who's dependable. They see you as someone who's very successful, someone who's very beautiful, if you're a man, attractive, and I think they just, like I say, that they have to deal with whatever the situation was or is. Okay, so maybe this is exactly what's going to happen for them. During this lockdown, this is what they're going to have to deal with. They're going to have to realize that they've refused your offer in some way or form, which is probably also maybe why they feel a little bit more sad. Maybe they regret refusing your offer. Maybe you keep on giving them love and giving them time and your energy and whatever it is, and they've refused it. So they have to deal with that heartache too. But I think this heartache is rooted deeper than just this current situation. There's a lot of pain with this person. Okay, but yes, and the future's quite positive here, because you've got the Ten of Water, which is very much about a family card, someone who really wants to come in and offer you a lot more. You've got the Chariot card and you've got the World card, which is all major arcanas, and it's very much about coming into what they want, charging in. They really want to start to take charge. They want to have more than what they currently have in their life. They're probably going to recognize that they really and truly need to take a leap of faith. Okay, you might be with the World and the Chariot. This might be someone that has to travel towards you. So you might be far away from this person, because the Chariot card's also one of travel. It's a travel, transportation, having to move towards someone. So you might be at a distance from this person. Okay, but yeah, yeah, they've definitely, they're coming out of this. They're coming out of this bad time. How long? Unfortunately, I don't know. Okay, the World's also a card of completions. Okay, so um, I think they're going to complete this cycle. They're going to get more clarity as to what they want. They're going to, this is again, it's the Ten of Water is what they want. So they want the happy family, they want the wonderful relationships, the family life, the home life, this is all, the 10 is just, it's also completion. So it's completely everything. They've gone from 9 to 10, which is quite good, actually. So this is definitely a lot of completion. They're completing a whole new cycle in their life. I see a lot of positives here, okay? So I would say it's possibly worth waiting for, but it all depends on you. You get to actually decide in the end. Okay. I'm taking out some oracle cards. Okay. So you've asked to daydream. So maybe during this time, while they're working on their stuff, you can start working on, you spending also quiet time, working on your imagination. Maybe you need to, also manifest. He's manifesting what he wants. It's time for you to do the same. Okay. You asked her to follow your heart. So again, only you can decide on whether this person's someone who you want or someone who is worth waiting for. Self-acceptance. Well, once again, if maybe with these addictions, for example, maybe if he's someone who is, for example, has had commitment addictions or porn addictions or whatever, it might have made you feel not worthy enough. You maybe didn't feel like you were, you've done all the work and you don't understand. I mean, why he doesn't want you, and maybe that's why you need to work on your self-esteem as well at the moment. And you've got the abundance card, so that is saying, leave him to do his thing, and in the meantime, these are the things you need to work on. Start to follow your heart in this situation. Work on your self-esteem, okay? Because that will affect the relationship either which way. And work on your abundance. I mean, show this person. The best thing you can do when someone either isn't showing you the attention that you want is to actually step into your power and go, you know what, you're not giving me the power that I want. I'm going to step into my power. You need to be very much this Nine of Pentacles, this independent person who really and truly doesn't need them. Make them work towards coming back. Show them what they're missing. Prove to them that you are different and you are better than what they are. And if they really don't see it, then you know what? Say goodbye. But you know what? You will then bring in someone who will see this beautiful, independent woman that you are. Or man, sorry. But yeah, you need to let them be for now. Okay? You go work on yourself. Go work on your self-esteem. Go work on your abundance. Go work on your career. And just let it be. If this is meant to be, it will. Okay? And if not, you will then pick up on someone who will be able to offer you this fantastic new start of love and this new abundance and everything else that it is. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I don't think that this pile is actually too bad. There's a lot more positivity in this pile than with the rest. Again, this is just a matter of timing, divine timing. Okay. Love and light, and chat to you all soon.